about. In a galaxy where destiny is forged in battle, the combat isles stand as the ultimate proving ground for warriors across the cosmos. From the cold precision of Cyborg X to the unbridled chaos of a living tempest known as Chaos Beast, the tournament attracts beings driven by ambition, vengeance, and survival. But as the stakes rise, rivalries and alliances blur in the face of an ancient evil threatening to unravel the universe itself. Packed with electrifying battles, complex characters, and a cosmic stage where gods and demons clash, this epic saga invites readers to witness the struggle between order and chaos in a tournament where the prize isn't just glory, it's the fate of the stars. Part 1. The Combat Isles. In a parallel universe, far from Earth, lies the Combat Isles, a chain of legendary battlegrounds suspended in the ether of the galaxy. Here, warriors from across the stars gather, driven by ambition, vengeance, or the sheer lust for battle. It is said that on these islands, greatness is forged or obliterated. Among the gathering throng of fighters, two beings rise above the rest, their stories entwined by fate and conflict. Cyborg X, a relentless machine of precision, and Chaos Beast, a living tempest of destruction. Their clash will mark the beginning of a tournament destined to reshape the galaxy. Cyborg X is a marvel of technological genius and madness. Built by the notorious Dr. Raven, his metallic frame gleams with weaponized perfection. Programmed for adaptability, Cyborg X is a warrior who learns, evolves, and overcomes, his cold precision honed through countless battles. Once a tool of destruction, he was reprogrammed by intergalactic heroes to fight for something greater. Now, he stands as a testament to discipline and purpose. Chaos Beast, however, is the very antithesis of discipline. Spawned from the forbidden sorcery of the dark mage Malphas, this amorphous, pink monstrosity defies reason. A swirling, gelatinous force of nature, Chaos Beast is unbridled hunger, devouring foes to fuel his shape-shifting, regenerating form. Entire civilizations have crumbled under his path of destruction, and yet he seeks more, a challenger worthy of his chaos. Their battlefield is the infamous Battle Isle, an arena where the greatest combatants prove their mettle. Encircled by jagged cliffs and a roaring alien sea, the arena pulses with anticipation as a galaxy of spectators watches, their cheers rising like thunder. Here, victory is more than glory. It is the right to challenge the reigning champion of the Combat Isles and claim the title of the galaxy's supreme warrior. As the sun casts its first rays over the isle, Cyborg X and Chaos Beast stand at opposite ends of the blood-stained arena. Cyborg X's sensors hum to life, scanning every undulating inch of his opponent. Data streams flash through his mind, searching for an exploitable pattern in the chaos. Chaos Beast, meanwhile, quivers with excitement, his viscous form rippling as his many eyes fixate on his prey. To him, the machine is not a foe but an opportunity, a new essence to consume. The air crackles with tension as the announcer's voice booms across the arena, introducing the combatants. Cyborg X's gleaming frame reflects the light, his arm morphing into a plasma cannon, while Chaos Beast's shifting form swells, towering above him like a monstrous tide ready to crash. The crowd roars in anticipation. Without warning, the battle begins. Chaos Beast surges forward, a wave of pink mass lashing out with whip-like tendrils, each strike strong enough to shatter stone. Cyborg X pivots and rolls, evading with machine precision, his plasma cannon firing rapid bursts that sizzle as they pierce Chaos Beast's gelatinous hide. But Chaos Beast regenerates almost as quickly as the wounds are inflicted, his laughter a grotesque gurgle that echoes across the battlefield. Cyborg X recalibrates mid-fight, adapting to the chaotic onslaught. Deploying a swarm of miniature drones, he creates a web of firepower that forces Chaos Beast into a defensive retreat. But the creature counters by expanding his form, enveloping the drones in his mass and absorbing their energy. The crowd gasps at the display, their cheers swelling with the ferocity of the battle. As the combat escalates, the very ground quakes beneath them, the ancient arena barely withstanding their power. Each blow, each counter, is a dance of destruction, a clash of order against chaos, of precision against raw, unbridled power. Yet, even as they fight, both warriors recognize something in the other. An equal, a worthy opponent. Neither will relent. Only one will emerge victorious. But the scars of this battle will ripple far beyond the combat aisles, setting the stage for a saga that will shake the galaxy itself. Part 2. Cybernetic Chaos. The crowd roared as Cyborg X and Chaos Beast squared off, their energy crackling in the air like an unstable storm. But amidst the deafening cheers and jeers, Cyborg X's synthesized voice cut through the chaos. "Why do you fight in this tournament, creature? What is it you seek?" His voice carried no malice, only a cold curiosity. Chaos Beast quivered for a moment, its gelatinous body rippling as if it might respond. Then, with an earth-shaking roar, it screamed its name, Chaos Beast. The creature's excitement sent shockwaves across the arena, earning a resounding cheer from the crowd. Cyborg X's sensors recorded the name, but his analytical mind dismissed it as mere incoherence. Unreasoning, unfocused, predictable, Cyborg X muttered, his glowing eyes narrowing. In an instant, he vanished, his movement so rapid that it left a brief afterimage where he once stood. Chaos Beast's many eyes widened as Cyborg X reappeared behind it, unleashing a flurry of metallic strikes with calculated precision. Each punch landed with explosive force, denting the arena floor and sending pink chunks of Chaos Beast flying in every direction. But Chaos Beast wasn't finished. It jettisoned its fragmented mass, bouncing and reforming in midair before landing at a distance. A guttural laugh erupted from the creature as it retaliated, its gelatinous form morphing into a series of cannon-like appendages. It fired bursts of chaotic energy, each one arcing wildly towards Cyborg X. Cyborg X dodged with mechanical grace, his plasma cannons returning fire. The two exchanged energy blasts in a dazzling display of lights and destruction that scorched the arena walls and sent chunks of debris flying. Chaos Beast laughed maniacally, seemingly reveling in the carnage, while Cyborg X grew visibly annoyed. "This pointless chaos ends now," Cyborg X declared. He shifted his posture, his frame whirring as his power cells began to charge. A low hum built into a deafening crescendo, and he rocketed forward, his fist glowing with plasma energy. Chaos Beast responded in kind, its gelatinous body swelling as it unleashed a radiant aura of magical energy. The sheer force of its power knocked Cyborg X backward, skidding across the battlefield as his systems worked overtime to stabilize. The crowd erupted in awe as the two titans continued their fight, each blow shaking the island. Chaos Beast surged forward, its form twisting into dozens of tendrils that encircled Cyborg X. The creature tightened its grip, attempting to engulf him completely. Alarms blared in Cyborg X's mind as his systems fought against the constriction. "Systems overload imminent," his AI warned, but Cyborg X gritted his virtual teeth and powered through. With a surge of raw energy, he tore himself free, his metallic body glowing with heat from the strain. But Chaos Beast was relentless. Before Cyborg X could recover, the creature unleashed a devastating magical blast of crackling lightning. The energy struck Cyborg X directly, overloading his circuits and forcing his systems into a full shutdown. He fell to one knee, sparks erupting from his joints as his body locked in place. Chaos Beast wasted no time. It surged forward, its amorphous mass consuming Cyborg X in one fluid motion. The arena fell silent as the monstrous form of Chaos Beast quivered with delight. Cyborg X was gone. In the audience, a group of cloaked figures stood frozen in horror. These were the heroes who had reprogrammed Cyborg X, who had believed in his potential to fight for justice. "No," one whispered. "He can't be." But the truth was undeniable. Above the battlefield, the dark sorcerer Malphas watched with a cruel smile. "Yes, Chaos Beast grows stronger. With every foe it consumes, my creation inches closer to perfection." The announcer's booming voice shattered the somber moment, his tone electric with anticipation. "Ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Beast is one step closer to ultimate victory. 2 more battles, and this monstrosity will face the God of Wishes." Will Chaos Beast claim the ultimate prize and reshape the galaxy to its will? The crowd erupted in cheers and gasps, their imaginations alight with the possibilities. Chaos Beast raised its form triumphantly, the absorbed energy of Cyborg X radiating like a pulsating sun. The tournament was far from over, and the stakes had never been higher. Part 3. The Prince of Poison. The crowd murmured with anticipation as the arena lights dimmed. The announcer's voice thundered across the battlefield, amplifying the tension. Prepare yourselves, spectators from across the galaxy. Our next challenger is no stranger to infamy, a prince of ice and venom, cast out from his own universe for crimes too dark to speak of. Introducing Dark Sun. A shadow emerged from the corridor leading to the arena, growing larger with every step. The reptilian figure of Dark Sun entered the battlefield, his scaled body gleaming under the artificial lights. His emerald eyes glowed with malice, his retractable claws flexing with a soft metallic scrape. His powerful tail swayed with predatory grace, leaving trails in the dust. The air around him chilled as he stepped forward, frost forming on the ground with every footfall. Dark Sun raised a hand, grinning as the audience erupted into mixed cheers and boos. He turned his gaze toward Chaos Beast, who quivered and stretched in its gelatinous form, its many eyes glaring at its next opponent. From the stands, the cloaked heroes watched with tense unease. "This one is dangerous," one whispered, "but at least he isn't Chaos Beast." "For now, Dark Sun's ambitions are just as terrible," another replied. "We'll have to keep a close eye on him." Far above, Malphus sat in his floating throne, his dark eyes narrowing as he studied Dark Sun's cold blood. He muttered to himself, stroking his bearded chin. "It could disrupt Chaos Beast's absorption, but no matter. My creation will adapt, as it always does." Even as he tried to reassure himself, the Dark Mage allowed his mind to wander to the future. He envisioned Chaos Beast destroying this universe, then moving on to claim Dark Sun's. A wicked grin spread across his face at the thought. In the arena, Dark Sun sneered at his opponent. "They sent me a blob? Tell me, do they give you a name? Or are you just some training dummy for the real warriors?" Chaos Beast roared in response, the sound a guttural, vibrating cry that echoed across the battlefield. "I will destroy you." Dark Sun yawned theatrically, not impressed. With a sudden burst of speed, Dark Sun lunged forward, delivering a bone-crushing punch to Chaos Beast. The impact sent the gelatinous creature flying, its quivering mass slamming against the arena wall. The crowd gasped at the display of power. Chaos Beast rallied quickly, reshaping itself and taking to the air, its gelatinous wings flapping wildly. It shot toward Dark Sun, only to be met with a flurry of icy projectiles that erupted from Dark Sun's fingertips. Each shard of frozen blood struck Chaos Beast, slowing its movements and forcing it to the ground. Chaos Beast growled in frustration, annoyed by the relentless assault. "Enough!" it bellowed. Its body shimmered, and in an instant, it vanished, reappearing behind Dark Sun with the afterimage technique it had absorbed from Cyborg X. Before Dark Sun could react, Chaos Beast unleashed a crackling wave of magical lightning, paralyzing the prince in place. Tendrils of gelatin lashed out in a flurry of strikes, each blow forcing Dark Sun further to his knees. Above, Malphus clapped and cheered, his voice booming. "Yes, that's it, my creation. Finish him." The cloaked heroes exchanged worried glances. "This might be the end for Dark Sun," one muttered. "And if Chaos Beast wins again..." Before they could finish, Dark Sun's tail lashed out like a whip, coiling around Chaos Beast. With a sharp twist, the prince plunged his retractable claws into the creature's quivering mass. Venom surged through Chaos Beast's form, causing it to spasm violently. Its energy dimmed, and its once vibrant pink form began to dull. Dark Sun leapt back, using the opportunity to gather his strength. He raised his hands, forming a massive boulder of frozen energy from the arena's moisture. With a mighty heave, he hurled it at Chaos Beast. The weakened creature could only watch as the icy mass slammed into it, shattering its form and leaving nothing but a lifeless puddle. The arena fell silent. Chaos Beast was dead. Malphas rose from his throne in disbelief, his voice a roar of outrage. No, impossible. Chaos Beast cannot be defeated. The announcer stepped forward, his voice calm and unbothered. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Sun has done the unthinkable. Chaos Beast is no more. With this victory, Dark Sun now needs only one more point to challenge the God of Wishes. Malphas's anger boiled over. This is a trick. Chaos Beast was told it needed 3 matches. Explain yourself, announcer. The announcer smirked. The rules are simple. Each competitor's value increases with every victory. Chaos Beast was worth 2 points after defeating Cyborg X. Dark Sun only needs 1 more point to reach the required 4. Do the math, sorcerer. In the stands, the cloaked heroes exhaled in relief. Chaos Beast is gone, one said, almost in disbelief. Finally. But their relief turned to dread as Dark Sun turned toward them, a devilish grin spreading across his face. He raised his hand in a mocking salute, as if to say, "You're next." The heroes exchanged wary glances. Chaos Beast was no longer a threat, but in Dark Sun, they saw a new danger. One that might one day challenge not just their universe, but the multiverse itself. Part 4. Rise of the Fallen. The tension in the arena was palpable as 2 cloaked figures among the heroes rose to their feet. They lowered their hoods in unison, revealing luminous halos glowing faintly above their heads. Gasps rippled through the crowd as whispers spread like wildfire. These were not ordinary competitors. They're fallen heroes, murmured a spectator. Legends from a bygone era. The cloaked figures stood resolute, their ethereal forms shimmering. One spoke, their voice calm yet commanding. We are bound to this tournament, granted the privilege to walk among the living by the God of Wishes himself. Once, we were heroes of a distant past, and today, we rise again to ensure that the future is not lost to tyranny. The other cloaked heroes exchanged uneasy glances, doubt shadowing their expressions. Even with their strength, can they truly defeat Dark Sun? One whispered, hesitant. But the 2 haloed warriors turned to reassure their allies. Fear not, said the taller of the 2, their ectoplasmic form radiating a serene confidence. We will not face Dark Sun alone. Together, we will be unstoppable. With a shared nod, the 2 fallen heroes closed their eyes. Their forms began to glow, their ectoplasm swirling into one another like streams merging into a river. The light grew brighter until a towering new figure emerged, a being of pure energy and unparalleled strength. I am Ectultimate, the fusion declared, their voice reverberating like thunder. They descended to the arena, their presence drawing awed silence from the crowd. Approaching the announcer, Ectultimate spoke with unshakable authority. We challenge Dark Sunday. The announcer's grin widened, sensing the crowd's energy surge with excitement. A request to battle from beyond the grave. Ectultimate versus Dark Sun. This will be a match for the ages. Dark Sun's smirk faltered. He wiped sweat from his brow, sensing the overwhelming power radiating from Ectultimate. Though his pride demanded he show no fear, his instincts screamed otherwise. So, he drawled, attempting a mix of sarcasm and sincerity. Any chance you'd hold back a little? Ectultimate's glowing eyes narrowed. Weakness will not be tolerated. Prepare yourself. With a burst of speed, Ectultimate was upon him, their strikes too fast for the eye to follow. Dark Sun was launched backward, skidding across the arena floor as a flurry of blows landed with devastating precision. The crowd roared as Dark Sun struggled to rise, gritting his teeth against the pain. But the prince was not so easily bested. Summoning his icy blood, Dark Sun hurled a volley of sharp icicles at Ectultimate. The shards struck their ectoplasmic form, disrupting their energy flow and slowing their movements. Seeing his advantage, Dark Sun pressed the attack, weaving between the disrupted energy and landing a series of slashes with his claws. Ectultimate countered with calculated ferocity, their glowing form reforming despite the icy strikes. The 2 combatants vanished and reappeared in rapid bursts, exchanging blows that cracked the arena floor and sent shockwaves through the stands. As Dark Sun extended his claws for a decisive strike, Ictultimate anticipated the move. With a sudden burst of energy, they delivered a powerful kick, sending Dark Sun flying off the edge of the battlefield and into the turbulent waters surrounding the island. Dark Sun surfaced quickly, his wings struggling to lift his waterlogged form. But before he could escape, Ictultimate raised their hands, summoning a massive orb of ectoplasmic energy. The orb grew larger, pulsating with raw power, before they hurled it into the ocean. The energy exploded on contact, igniting the waves in a blazing inferno of ectoplasmic fire. Dark Sun screamed as the burning energy consumed him, his cold blood unable to neutralize the searing heat. With a final, desperate cry, the Prince of Poison was no more. The crowd erupted into cheers, their voices shaking the very foundations of the arena. Ictultimate! Ictultimate! They chanted in unison. The announcer's voice boomed across the battlefield, his excitement palpable. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our victor. Ictultimate has vanquished the Dark Prince, bringing hope to the Combat Isles. And with this victory, Ictultimate has earned enough points to challenge the God of Wishes in the tournament's final bout. In the stands, Malphas clenched his fists, his fury simmering beneath his dark demeanor. No, this wasn't how it was supposed to end, he muttered. But even he, the master of Chaos Beast, seemed at a loss for how to undo what had just transpired. Meanwhile, the cloaked heroes cheered, their relief evident. They did it, one exclaimed. Ictultimate has a chance to bring balance back to the galaxy. But as the crowd celebrated, Ictultimate cast a knowing glance toward the cloaked heroes. They nodded solemnly, aware that the true test lay ahead. The God of Wishes awaited, and the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. Part 5. Gods and Demons. Night draped the Combat Isles in a shroud of shadows, and the crowd, still buzzing from the day's battles, fell silent as a brilliant light erupted in the center of the arena. The air grew heavy as a figure materialized, a being of otherworldly majesty. This was the God of Wishes, their form ethereal, radiating both power and serenity. Malphas, hidden in his elevated perch, sneered. "Foolish God, you've made a grave mistake appearing here tonight." Raising his hands, the dark sorcerer began to chant, calling upon his most forbidden spell. His voice echoed through the void, pulling at the fabric of reality itself. The ectoplasmic remnants of Chaos Beast began to coalesce, swirling with malevolent energy. But Malphas's greed went further. From across the cosmos, he summoned the spirits of the most villainous beings in history. Black tendrils of energy snaked toward the arena, converging into a growing vortex of darkness. Suddenly, Malphas's chanting faltered. The magic backfired, wrenching his own soul from his body. His panicked scream was cut short as his essence was swept into the vortex. The maelstrom of ectoplasm surged into the arena, coiling around the God of Wishes and twisting into a grotesque armored shell. The transformation was complete. The once divine figure now stood as an ectoplasmic demon god, its towering form clad in jagged, shifting armor infused with the hatred of countless villains. The creature let out a deafening roar that shook the entire island. The cloaked heroes gasped in horror, their hearts sinking. "What have you done, Malphas?" one whispered, as the sorcerer's lifeless body crumpled on his throne. Ictultimate hovered silently, assessing the monstrous figure before him. "Interesting," they muttered, raising an eyebrow. "This might actually be a challenge." The announcer, pale and trembling, stumbled onto the platform. "Ladies and gentlemen, let the final match begin." Without waiting for a response, he bolted from the arena, disappearing into the night. Ictultimate descended to face the demon god. "Whatever darkness has consumed you, I will end it here." The demon god responded with a guttural roar, its glowing eyes blazing with fury. Without warning, the two titans launched into battle, moving at speeds too fast for mortal eyes to follow. The arena erupted in flashes of light and shockwaves as they clashed. The demon god proved almost impossible to hit, dematerializing just before each of Ictultimate's strikes could land. It rematerialized behind the fused hero, delivering devastating blows with its colossal fists. Ictultimate faltered, the sheer force of the attacks pushing him back. "This isn't working," Ictultimate muttered, their movement slowing. The demon god's teleportation was unpredictable, leaving no openings for a decisive strike. Then, a memory flickered in Ictultimate's mind. Dark Sun's icicles disrupted my form. Inspiration struck. "If destabilization worked on me, perhaps it will work on you." Ictultimate channeled their energy, crafting jagged icicles of ectoplasm in each hand. With a burst of speed, they hurled the glowing projectiles at the demon god. The first struck true, shattering a section of the demon's armor. The second hit harder, causing the ectoplasmic shell to flicker and crack. The crowd gasped as the demon god's movements grew sluggish. The destabilized armor disrupted its ability to dematerialize, forcing the god to fight on equal terms. Ictultimate pressed the advantage, hammering away at the weakened figure with precision strikes. In a final gambit, Ictultimate summoned 2 larger ectocycles, their forms glowing with an intense light. They charged the demon god, plunging the weapons into its chest. The ectoplasmic armor buckled, and with a mighty heave, Ictultimate pried the god of wishes free of the malevolent shell. The demonic armor collapsed into a writhing mass of darkness, its screams echoing as it lost cohesion. The crowd erupted in cheers, their voices a wave of jubilation. The god of wishes, now freed, rose shakily and turned to Ictultimate. "Thank you, noble warrior," they said, their voice filled with gratitude. "You have saved me and the universe." Ictultimate stepped forward. "Grant me this wish, O god. Banish the ectoplasmic armor, and with it, all the villainous spirits it contains, to the deepest reaches of hell. Let their evil never threaten this universe again." The god of wishes raised a glowing hand. "So it shall be." A radiant light engulfed the remains of the armor, and with a final, anguished cry, it was cast into the void, sealed away forever. The night sky brightened, the stars seeming to shine with newfound hope. The crowd celebrated, their cheers heralding the dawn of a new era. Peace would reign, unmarred by the specter of evil spirits. The cloaked heroes approached Ictultimate, their gratitude evident. "You have done more than we could ever hope for," one said. "Thank you." Ictultimate smiled faintly. "This is not my world to protect. That honor belongs to all of you." With those words, they separated back into the 2 fallen heroes. Their forms shimmered as they began to ascend toward the heavens. As they vanished into the starlit sky, the heroes left behind knew that, though peace was theirs, the responsibility to maintain it now rested squarely on their shoulders.